were going to make. If they didn't,
yeah,
they should have, you know?
Yeah, they made him. They made him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they made him pick it up.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But no, but yeah, it probably has something to do with it. And well, you know, just all the people say, you know, you MFers are going to tune in next time, this and that. And he's not totally wrong, but you know what? Yeah, you're like you guys. He's a high end keeper now.
What a lousy thing to say after the fight, you know. You guys, the guys who hate me and love me, you guys are gonna pay my bills anyway, you know. And I just like, dude, come on, really?
Idiot. That was
what an ingrate.
Gracious enough. He was.
Yeah,
what
he
happened?
was.
Sorry, guys?
Oh, we didn't say anything.
Yeah, I
Eric,
think that was Joe. No, that was Joe.
I said what an ingrate.
Yeah.
To the fans.
All right. Yeah, exactly.
He's in the house.
Yeah, I've got everything fixed now. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have. I tried to use a new computer today. It just wasn't working for me.
Now, where? Hey, Beeb, if you get a chance, can you send me that YouTube link? Because I didn't get it. So.
Oh, I did send it to you, but seems like we're live now and we've got everything going now.
Okay.
I think, can everyone hear us? People can jump back onto this.
Yeah, I mean, you gave. I mean, we're live and everything, but I just need the link so I can send it out to everybody.
Oh, okay. I'm so yeah. Okay, we'll do that.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, what did you think of? Who was it? What did you think of Big Baby? Now, speaking of weight, coming in at 298. What were your thoughts on that? And you know, does he carry the weight? And now, in your opinion, does he need to get lighter to get more serious about this, or is 298? That's just his weight. That's good.
Me?
Dale,
yes.
Oh yeah. So you're talking about Joe, yeah. Thanks, guys. You know what? He said he shed 40 pounds to his wife.
He what? He shed 40 pounds.
He said he.
Yeah, he said he dropped 40 pounds.
Oh goodness.
Wow. So maybe this is it.
Wow.
Big bone.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if he can even do like 285, 275, it'd probably do him some good. But maybe below that, he just, you know, maybe that's just too light. Who knows?
There you go. All right, Dale, we're gonna get moving here. Appreciate the call as always, man. We love it.
All right.
See you later. How about
right.
that? Shopping and talking boxing at the same time.
You gotta
How
love
cool
it.
is that?
That's America, baby. That is America. That is America. How about that?
Yeah, anyway, we have Beeb back. Let's get Beeb's thoughts on everything we've talked about here.
Yeah, so, all right, Beeb. We were talking about the Broner-Garcia fight. So, give me your assessment on this fight.
Well, this was the thing that I said before the fight. Mikey's that type of guy where he keeps constantly changing up the speed of his punches, three of his punches, changing up the rhythm of his attack. So he's basically a guy who wants throwing change-ups. And notice throughout the course of this fight, Adrien Broner kept flinching, because he really could not gauge come out when it was going to come out and how it was going to come out. And Mikey is so direct and he's so precise with everything. Is basically a short movement. It's not a lot of excessive movement. A step here, a step there. Throws the shortest punches in the world and still can land them and become effective with them. So, Broner was just a guy who kept guessing, and he could not get a gauge or a read, and he couldn't get the timing down. He really couldn't get the timing down. So everyone was like saying on Twitter, and people like Stevenson were saying, if Adrien Broner let his hands go, Mikey would be in trouble. Saying, if I hit the lottery tomorrow, I'd be a rich man. It's easier said than done. You still got to go in there and you got to figure the guy out. And if you can't figure the guy out, then, you're in trouble, because if he could not guess or gauge or figure out, he's not going to sit there and take chances and get countered, because I don't care what anyone says. Mikey Garcia can still hit hard enough to get anyone's attention. Maybe at 140 he possibly does not have one-punch knockout power, but Adrien Broner was not just going to go in there recklessly. I thought he was going to get frustrated, bet you the stoppage. But obviously when I did my official bet on 5 dimes, I hedged it with Mikey to win. But regardless of that, I just thought that Broner would get reckless. I thought he would leap in and run into a counter right hand by Garcia. But at the end of the day, this was just one guy, a couple skill levels above another guy. The other guy just could not raise his game up or muster up any type of plan B with Mikey Garcia. Because like I said, what Michael Garcia does is very subtle. It's direct. It looks simple from the outside looking in, but I guess when you're in there, it's a whole different ball game. And how many times have we said that? So it is what it is, man. I think Garcia beat everyone except probably Crawford. I think he could beat everyone else, but I would favor Crawford against Garcia, in my opinion.
Yeah. I would too. I would favor, I don't know. I mean, with Lomachenko, man, they're both sharpshooters. I mean, Lomachenko's defense, though, but, he's bigger. He's a lot bigger. So, I don't know. Somebody in the chat just said, it was John 316 says Eric's going to put his house up for sale already. He wants out of Ohio ASAP. Nobody wants out of town, son. All right. So now
I'm ready to smash the pie in my face.
Let's talk about this because everybody thinks that I lost the bet here. Because last night, actually at the beginning of the show, I said there are 2 winners from Cincinnati. One of them was Rasheed Warren. The other one, me. All right, the other one was me. Beeb. Who picked
Brianna,
who picked Canelo to knock out Amir Khan in 6 rounds?
You did.
Who picked Tony Bellew to demolish David Haye?
You did.
And last night, who picked Adrien Broner to go the distance with Mikey Garcia?
That's the weakest bet on your resume. Don't brag about that. Your man lost.
And in case in case you people out there are wondering, it was me who single-handedly escorted Beeb to the bank this weekend and made him file Chapter 13 on Beeb Industries. Beeb, he's got the sunglasses on. Pie him.
Brianna, go ahead. Okay. Do your job. Smash it in there. Ready? Go. Oh, banana cream, baby. Oh, that is horrible. Oh, you don't want to dim what I got to put the glasses on.
That's what he gets.
No, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't get
do it again. Do it again. Let her do it again. He deserves it.
Once is enough.
No, you're not winning these bets with me, son. Nobody wins. Corey. Corey's a shining example. Doesn't even come back on the show.
I'll let you gloat. I got to let you gloat. This is a monumental event for you right now. I got to give it to you.
A monumental event. Robert, I am undefeated.
This is like Buster Douglas beating Tyson right now, what you did to the Beeb.
Except Mike Tyson. You're Mike Tyson, I guess, now.
Oh, does that mean, Eric, you're Buster Douglas? You're one and done?
You know what? I'm like Buster Douglas in the fact that I'm a champion from Ohio. That's how I'm Buster Douglas. That's right. Ohio, baby. All day, son.
All right.
Robert, I am now undefeated on bets. How many shows have we had? Close to 200. Close to 130, 140, whatever the number is. Complete.
But I got to say, man, that beating the odds with Beeb balance sheet is still looking pretty good, man.
Is it?
Pretty solid.
Is it what you guys have, like a nickel? You guys can't even make a phone call what's on that balance sheet.
To you. Did you check it?
I did.
That thing went from $150 to $1,200. That's not bad.
$150 to $1,200. Get out of here. They're nonsense. That nonsense.
That sounds like the Mayweather McGregor ticket.
You
price,
can't even buy a
isn't it?
ticket. You can't even buy a ticket to the Mayweather fight for that. Get out of here.
We have to encourage people to bet modest bets. We don't want people to lose their house. So if we bet big time money instead of just betting like $100 and $200 bets, where we'd be right now. But that's the fun of it, you know what I mean?
You'd be homeless.
That's the fun of it, because what we did, we took $150 and we turned it into $1,200. More than 10 times our money up. That's how powerful Beeb Industries. We may take a pie in the face every now and then, but we're still cashing checks, baby.
Champ Ross just said Beeb's barely got enough to make a collect call on that balance sheet.
The balance sheet was tweeted out this afternoon.
It was tweeted out.
To let people know what's going on here.
Beeb's like on Enron status.
He can't rain on Beeb Industries parade. But yeah, Adrien Broner, though, I don't know where he goes from here, man. I mean, he was thoroughly outclassed yesterday, without question.
Yeah, he really was. I mean, all kidding aside, man, yeah, we talked about it earlier. I thought he was very outclassed. He just it's tough, man, because we're talking about where does he go from here and everything like that. I'm not sure, really you can make a case for anything for that guy.
No.
Still got the name recognition, but really he's relegated to gatekeeper status. I mean, it really is. And that's the long and short of it. I mean,
the gatekeeper train wreck of the week. There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's a title he's going to keep for sure. So that's good for him. AB should Joe Lopez says AB should do reality TV next. That's his next big venture, man.
ABL now, all about losses.
Oh, how dare you?
All about losses. That's hilarious.
Come on. That's terrible. It is.
There it is.
He's got his repeat. Yeah.
There it is.
Come on.
Keep the top on the through the traffic. See through you niggas panoramic. I'm pitching it overhand on the habit. These niggas don't want to see me in the phantom.
970, you're live. 970.
That would be hand wraps.
Hand wraps just dropped. Dropped like I dropped a Beeb this weekend. Murderous left hand.
Wow.
812, you're live.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Joe,
what's up?
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Joe, welcome to Titletown, baby.
On Sunday night, man.
What's that?
I said it feels good to watch some fights on Saturday night. They got the Victor Ortiz card just started.
Yeah, that card's on today.
I'm sorry, on Sunday. I'm sorry. So I'm watching that, but
yeah.
I'll get right into it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, guys. I was like, I knew Mikey was good, and I picked Broner to win this fight, but man, I never thought he would throw a complete shutout, like a complete game, like a pitcher, throwing a complete game. He won every single round.
Yeah, I thought so.
And I was just sitting in awe, like, what is, I don't know. I couldn't, I know maybe I just underestimated Mikey. I mean, he's a great fighter and he kept coming forward, but damn, I thought Broner would take some chances, but it looked like I know he felt Mikey's power because he was reluctant to take those chances. So, man, it's a good spot to be, in that Mikey's in, because now his name is up there. Now, if I was him, guys, I would move up to, I think he can hang with the fighters at 147, especially in the PBC realm. I wouldn't focus too much on trying to negotiate with Top Rank, because in reality, I don't even think Bob wants anything to do with him after that.
Now, Joe, let's be honest. If you're talking about him going up to the PBC realm, he'd have to deal with people like Thurman, Porter, Garcia, and, of course, the best of the best welterweight that they have, the truth, Earl Spence.
Yeah.
How many of those do you think he could legitimately hang with?
None.
All of them except for, I'd say all of them, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't just throw him in there right away. You know, maybe give him a couple guys that, you know, have some losses on the record, but then move up, you know, gradually at due time. I mean, he's what is he? Almost 30 years old, but he's still put that weight on. I mean, the way
you talking about Broner?
Yeah, I'm talking about Mikey. I mean, the box.
Oh, Mikey.
No, we're talking about he's talking about Garcia, Eric.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah, I don't know, man.
I wouldn't go chasing Crawford. I don't see him getting a Crawford fight. I don't see him getting a Loma fight. I don't see it either. I think that bridge has been burnt. That bridge has been burnt.
I think his best option is to go back to 135 and defend his title, man, because until Crawford leaves 140 and goes up to 147, there's not much business Mikey can do at 140. And he's got a belt. He might as well defend it. Beeb, that's a good point. You weren't here for that discussion. What do you think Mikey should do? What's your opinion?
You know, there was even rumblings that he was having trouble, that it wasn't easy making 140. That's what some people were saying. He's got a belt at 135. He looked really good last night. I mean, I know it was Adrien Broner, and Adrien Broner, fighter, but he's just not as good as we thought. So maybe we're a little harsh on Broner. But like I said earlier, I think 140 is good. I think he could beat everyone up there except for Crawford. But still, the Crawford fight would be interesting. Do you guys think Crawford would just murk Garcia, or did you think it would be a competitive fight? Because
I think it's very competitive. Very competitive.
Yeah, it's competitive. So if it's not a bad move to go to 140 and work is, have a couple more fights, try to get a title. I don't know if he would be ready right now for the Crawford and Dongo winner. Maybe one or two more fights and then go for Crawford. Or, Crawford's not that far away from going up to 147 himself. So if Crawford goes up to 147, I think Mikey Garcia can definitely rule the roost at 140. So if it was me, I would just see, what the options are at 135, because there's not a lot of huge money fights down at 135. Like, you can fight Linares, you can fight maybe over in the UK. Maybe it would be worth his while to fight Flanagan over in the UK and get a big money payday with that, because the UK fans are, really
fighting Linares in the UK in September, so he'd have to.
Yeah, well, I'm saying the winner of that then. I mean, because it's not. I think Flanagan will win that fight, but it's not an easy out for him. So fight the winner of that, maybe, but. The money fights eventually, they're at 147, but 140 I think has more names than 135. So maybe 140 would be a good move to campaign up there for a little while, unless he can get a real big money fight down at 135, because that's what he kind of indicated he was going to do. He's like I got to see what's out there for me at 135. I'll go back down for the right fight. If it's worth my while, I'll go back down. But I seems to me that he wants to go up to 147 before it's all said and done. So I have my gut tells me he's probably going to stay at 140, and I don't think that would be a bad move. I would be against it. What fight Lomachenko at 135? I don't know how big of a fight that would be, but
what's their form at 135?
But I don't know if I don't know if Bob Arum will give him either Lomachenko or Crawford though.
No, I don't think he will.
I'm not so sure if there's bad blood like people are saying, because Bob, it's what's good for business, man. And he's shown the ability to put personal feelings aside. I don't think there's any ill will towards Mikey Garcia. Bob's done business with people that he let go before. It's not like it's going to be a big issue, I think, to do business. I think that these cold wars are pretty much thought out, and for the right fight, I've seen these promoters work together. So I think that Bob would have no problem working with Mikey.
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
As far as going for Broner, I can see him. I know you said he's probably entering like gatekeeper status, but if I was his team, and I'm sure they're probably I would have him fight guys like I would definitely move up, but I would have him fight guys like Louis Collazo, Victor Ortiz, maybe Brandon Rios, and then maybe a nice big fight in New York again against a Danny Garcia. I think, for him. But I mean, those are the kind of fighters I think he should. He's probably going to come to Cincinnati, maybe have a bounce back fight, which would be good for me because I can attend. But I think he could maybe, work his way back up and just fight those type tier guys. But as far as like I don't know. I just don't see. And I like Stafford. I think he's a great trainer. I made this comment last night about I don't know if he just needs a whole new. I don't want to say a whole new team. But maybe just a new guy to come in and work on something different. But he's 28 now, right? I don't know if he's going to change much, but it just seems like he's at that point where he hasn't improved at all.
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
4 years as far as like
headed though, Joe. He's real hard headed. I don't know if he's stage, man.
The thing is too. I mean, like even if that's the thing. It doesn't matter at this point who you bring in. He's already set. Like I said, his problem is volume. And if he's not willing to throw volume, my guess, I don't know, but my guess is he doesn't throw a lot of volume for fear of gassing out. I mean, he just doesn't want to get hit. I don't know. But either way is not good, man. So but I agree with you. Like, he can make he still has good fights out there. There's still good fights for him out there. There's still big fights for him.
I think a Brandon Rios fight would be a
fun fight,
friendly fight.
Yeah,
even an Ortiz fight, something like that.
Those are the guys, and that's a good, like a Rios fight. Those are the guys that are tailor made for Broner. They really are. Guys like that are tailor made for him, and those are some of the fights he needs to get back. But as far as him getting another title shot. Man, I'll tell you what, at 140 or 147, I don't see it. I don't see him taking any titles from anybody in any of those divisions, with the exception of 140. 140 would be the caveat there, because I think if he sticks around at 140, but I don't know, again, he can make the weight, but if he sticks around at 140, he can easily pick up a belt after 2 weeks. You got the unification bout with Crawford and Ndongo, and as soon as that belt is unified, they're going to break up those. They're going to break up those belts, guaranteed. Somebody's going to come up, and one of those belts is going to be freed up, and then you're going to have like a fight for those. That's really the only way he's going to pick up a belt, is if and that will happen. Crawford or Ndongo is not going to keep all 4 belts after that night, guaranteed.
Yeah. Hey guys, let me touch on one thing real quick on Big Baby Miller. I got to give it to man. He's got to be the best talker right now, currently in boxing. I mean, the guy. Very entertaining, but Robbie, I know you touched on this earlier about his conditioning. The thing, I kind of figured him out, man. Once he goes like past 5 or 6 rounds, like he's just gassed. Like he didn't have any. He was still throwing, but you could tell there wasn't as much power in those punches. So the thing with Big Baby, man, the way to beat him is just jab him and have him chase you around the ring. So after 6 or 7 rounds, and you can take him out. But for him, he's going to have to really. Especially when he steps up and fights like a Wilder or Ortiz or one of them real top heavyweights, man, he's going to have to try to get them out of there early, because if it goes past 6 or 7 rounds, I think he's going to be in some trouble big time, man. But I got to give it to him, man. He's very entertaining fighter, So
298 pounds, man. That's just
he's huge, man.
I was thinking of Robbie when they announced that weight, man. I was thinking of Robbie.
and then the scary part about it, Joe, is he told everybody on Showtime, well, I lost 40 pounds before I came into the fight. Jesus.
That's more than scary. That's frightening, man. Oh my God.
Oh man.
You want more than 350? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Mother of God, huh?
But hey guys, I'm gonna get back here to this fight, man. But hey Eric, hopefully if Broner has his comeback fight, sometime in the fall or next spring, man, it'll be in Cincinnati, so I can make another road trip, man.
That's right. So, hey, just real quick.
There, man. But yeah, you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Joe, just real quick before you jump off here, you'll appreciate this. This is what I found out not too long ago, that my kids have been watching the WWE and everything like that. Alexa Bliss, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
She's the women's champion.
Yeah.
From Ohio, son.
Oh yeah.
Titletown, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Titletown, son. That's how it goes. All the sports.
Hey, Eric, I don't follow UFC, but I know the Twitter world is blowing up on John Jones. I guess he called out Brock Lesnar. You better be careful calling out the WWE champ, man.
That's right.
He don't want no part of the beast.
I think
you guys take care, man.
Good. That's
I hate
good.
to take the attention away from boxing, but you know that UFC card was outstanding last night.
That was amazing, wasn't it?
Enjoyed myself, man.
Yeah, that was.
And this app now, the UFC app, you buy pay-per-views on the app and watch the pay-per-views.
Really?
On your phone.
Oh wow!
And also I was able to watch the post-fight press conference. That UFC app it's incredible, man. It's incredible. They have so much footage on there, so much video on there of all their events, the weigh-ins, and everything, man. Guys know how. I hate to big them up on a boxing show, but like I said, I like UFC. I like UFC. I have nothing wrong with UFC, but the way they market themselves, it's incredible, man. Boxing could really take a page out of their book.
I agree. All right, Joe, man, we're gonna get running, man. Thank you so much for the call as usual.
Care.
All right, you too, man.
Guys, take care.
Thanks, Joe.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, it's funny. I think if that fight ends up in the Brock Lesnar John Jones fight ends up in the WWE, I think Brock Lesnar wins. If it ends up in the UFC, I think John Jones wins.
Yeah. The thing about Lesnar too, though, is he just fades after like 2 rounds. He gets tired, man. Jones moves very well.
Wow, yeah.
So well, man, and I don't know, man. I just get nervous about the shoot from Lesnar, man. He's so good at those takedowns, man.
He's strong too. He's got to be strong. But you know what? That John Jones called out Brock Lesnar, because they think they can beat him, and then they asked him about Stipe Miocic, who's the heavyweight champion, the UFC heavyweight champion, and John Jones said, "I want to fight that guy." He said he
what do you think? Is that a tougher fight for him on paper, the other guy?
100%. Not to mention Stipe. You know where Stipe's from? Did you know where Stipe's from?
I don't even want to guess.
Titletown, son. That's where he's from.
Oh,
Ohio, no. Cleveland, baby. Cleveland, baby.
I hope you don't live near Broner.
We run sports, baby. That's the way it is. 970, you're on the air. 970, you're live.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hang up this time. Am I here? Am I good?
Yeah, good, man. Just don't talk about Manny Pacquiao. You can say.
Oh, man.
Why don't we talk about a good topic like Titletown? Why don't we talk about that?
See, I had to duck you guys and let Joey go first. Set the mood.
Right.
Come with that mellow mood.
Yeah.
Hey guys, that was exciting, man. Good fighting, like you guys said. That UFC card was amazing, but it's good to have a weekend where we can look at boxing and say, our card was good too, man. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Good fight. I had a lot of fun. First of all, of course, right, the main event. Hey, man, hats off to Broner. He got in there. I think he was kind of maybe, forced into this fight more than he wanted to. Daddy Al Heyman.
That's what it looked like.
Hammer down, how that should go. Yeah, you really want to be in there, man. But when he strapped on his boxing boots and he went to work, he made me question Garcia a little bit because he landed some nice shots, man. And to be honest, I think Adrien Broner hurt Garcia more than Garcia hurt Adrien Broner. I mean, some of those uppercuts were just a slight, quarter of an inch off, man. They weren't landing solid like I was expecting. I was expecting one clean upper in there that just was gonna rock out Broner's head, through the ceiling, but he didn't really land it, man. I felt everybody's saying this is Garcia's best performance, and I kind of disagree. I know that the caliber of opposition was way up there compared to his previous fights, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. Something was off, and I do think people were correct when they said the power doesn't really carry up. But I just did anybody see there was a few.
He didn't land flush though. He didn't really land anything flush. That was the big thing. I think that was the problem. He didn't land anything.
He's got a chin too. I mean, remember Broner's been hit flush by Maidana, and Maidana couldn't put him away. He hit. Broner's got a chin.
He was kind of air muffing too, man. It was hard to hit him clean.
But Broner got Broner got dropped and had the stinky leg the whole fucking fight with Madonna after a few hammers, bro. I didn't see, I didn't see Broner at all phase, man. I think that smile and that smirk when you're shaking his face, sometimes that's real, guys. Not all the time does the guy shake his head because he's trying to tell the guy that didn't hurt. He's literally telling the guy, "No, man, you ain't gonna hurt me." And I think if he would have just did what he did, a lot of people had this fight. I had it kind of like what the judges did. I had it 111, 117, and I did not give Adrien Broner the first round. I gave him, I believe, the 4th, 9th, and 10th. And that was so. Yeah. I couldn't really see a 8-4. A lot of people were saying, thought they were scorecards. I thought they were right on, man. That's what I had it.
I think 160, 112 was a little too close.
Making a close fight. Yeah. What did you score at Beeb? I missed it. Sorry, I've been in and out. You guys, but today.
I wasn't crazy about that. I wasn't crazy about those 116, 112 scorecards. I actually had it 119, 109. I had it like 11 rounds to 1, but it could have easily been 117, 111 if you give him. And a lot of people gave him the first round too. So Steve Farrett actually gave him 9 and 12. So he had it 118, 110. But I just thought 116, 112 was a little too close. But
yeah, see, yeah. I thought maybe I was being biased towards Garcia because I'm always biased towards the Latino boxers, and I gave Adrien Broner certainly 3 rounds, not counting the first. So I thought it was a lot. Most people thought. I didn't see Garcia landing anything flush, man. That was the disappointing part of the night for me. I definitely have a newfound love for Adrien Broner since I ran into the guy. I shared you guys.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So maybe I've just, since I met the guy now, giving him a few more points there. I don't know. But in reality, I didn't see anything flush from Garcia. That was disappointing. I was telling my wife when we were sitting here watching the fight, I'm thinking, like, watch, it's going to, the second round, when Garcia came on, he threw an uppercut that I thought landed, and I screamed. And then watched the replay. It didn't quite land. And I was telling my wife, just wait, this uppercut's coming. And it never came, man. I was kind of like, what the fuck? I honestly was a little disappointed in Mikey Garcia. I think if Crawford gets in there, man, Crawford can bang. He hasn't shown that he has that one punch KO power either. But I think that fight's a lot closer in my mind, man. I think I may have mentioned this on your show before. I had Danny Garcia going all the way up to 147, man, just kind of sweeping past Crawford. Like, to be honest, I've heard rumors about, the Olympics, the one-on-one. I saw tapes of it, and I was favoring Garcia until I saw this fight with Adrien Broner, man. I don't know.
Yeah, well, don't forget, Saddam Ali beat Terrence Crawford, too. Saddam Ali beat Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. Yeah, he beat him in the amateurs. So, yeah, well, there you go.
I would favor Crawford, but it would be a tough fight, man. I think. I like Garcia, man.
Yeah, man. I don't think he's going all the way up to 147 like I thought before and sweeping through boys. But I think if he goes down and fights Lomachenko, I think that's a better possibility. I don't think Bob Arum is going to let that fight with Crawford just yet. I think he'd let that soak up a little more. I think he realizes that Crawford has a much higher ceiling than Lomachenko, and if he's going to feed anybody, do any favors for Mikey Garcia, it's probably going to be Lomachenko. And I see Mikey Garcia outboxing Lomachenko, man. Like, I hate using other fights for barometers, but Mikey Garcia walked down Toledo, man, and that says a lot. So, Mikey Garcia definitely takes Lomachenko. I know that hurts you, huh, Eric? Lomachenko's your number 1 pound for pound?
No, Ward is my number 1 pound for pound. I don't even think let me check it. I don't even, who do I have my rankings here? I know Ward is my number 1 pound for pound guy. Lomachenko may be on the list, maybe not. I don't even know if he's on there.
Hey, no bets with you. I ain't making no bets with you, though, Eric.
He's number 5. I'm undefeated, son. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that action.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that action.
I see that, man. I didn't think this shit would go 12 rounds either. Hey, I'll take Robbie on for that. I don't know, because I know he's scared. He seen it.
I think Mikey carried him a little bit. I think Mikey carried him.
Mikey carried him.
Oh, no, come on, Beeb.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Me and Rasheed Warren, the two
that's good
Cincinnati
shit.
winners from last night. Adrien Broner just didn't make the cut. What can I say?
I know.
Hey, guys.
Damn hard last week, Eric. You were pulling.
I was, man. I was.
Oh, man.
Hey, guys, have a good night. Robbie, I hope you're ready for that fight, man. Canelo's coming for that ass, boy.
I'm ready. I'm ready, and Triple G will do fine. Thank you.
No,
he's more interested in Mayweather McGregor. Don't.
That's right. That's right. That's the fight coming up, man. You can't distract him from Mayweather McGregor, son.
I'm not blowing a C note on that. Nope.
That's so funny, man.
Good night, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, hand wraps.
Yeah. Take care, brother.
That's awesome. 706, you are live.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First time caller here.
Hey, how's it going, man? What's your name?
Jason, man. How are you guys doing?
Jason,
hey,
nice to have you on the show. Welcome
Jason.
aboard, man.
Thanks.
What's up, Jason?
Thanks for giving me the number, man. I asked for it. Thanks. What's up, Beeb? How you been, man?
How you doing, man? I'm good, thank you.
You send you messages on Facebook. I hope you recognize me.
I do, man. I do. Keep me up to date, man.
I was gonna
Keep
say,
me up to date.
Broner put on the same performance he did against Granados, except Granados didn't have that power to back him up all night like Mikey was, right? That's what it seemed like to me. He put the same exact performance, just more movement, and he was kind of scared of Mikey's power, so he was moving more. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, it definitely did, man. He definitely didn't want to get caught with a counter, man. There's no question about that.
Yeah, I don't think he respected Granado's power as much as he did Mikey. That's why he was on his bicycle. And what do you guys think about Berto versus Broner now? That's the only fight I see happening and winnable for him right now.
I think that's an awesome fight, man. I think that's an awesome fight for him.
Yeah, that's a good gatekeeper fight, that's for sure. Wow.
We were talking about that's a better fight than him and Rios. That's a better fight than him and Brandon Rios, I'll tell you that.
And Showtime looks done with him. Done with him. Jim Gray looked kind of pissed at him, and I think he's going to be on Fox Sports or somewhere else next time. That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
He'll be on. He'll be on ESPN
you might see
too.
Brandon Rios fight Victor Ortiz before he gets a hold of Broner, but who knows?
Ricky Funes was just saying like an hour ago on ES News. He said, "I think Brandon Rios beats Broner right now." They want that fight really bad.
There you go. Yeah.
They said they don't want Danny Garcia or Figueroa. They want Broner. They're like Broner's everybody's favorite cherry now. And another thing, I think Heyman and PBC have done a really nice job with Mikey. They've brought him along pretty fast. Like they gave him that Rojas fight on Leo's undercards, and they gave him that Zlatan Cannon fight on the rematch, and now this. Like he's moved along like in 1 year. He's fucking on top already.
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's doing good.
I don't expect Heyman or PBC to get any credit for that, but even Benavidez, look how good they're moving him. Now he's got a fucking shot against Jarrell, and they totally screwed Callum Smith. I thought that was the right move. I thought that was the plan. Like they purposely said move the fight to California because they knew they wouldn't accept it, and they did that. And now they have both of their in-house guys fighting for the belt, and Benavidez is the sure winner, and that's another Mexican star for PBC, right?
Yep.
That's what PBC needed. They don't have any Mexican stars like in the beginning. It was all Broner, Danny. I think they need to bring the Mexican fan base in if they're going to survive in the long term. That's what they need, I think. That's what they're doing now.
Well, they got a good one now, I'll tell you that. That's for sure. And Garcia can fight.
Benavidez, Mikey,
yeah,
Leo Santa Cruz. They're stacked, man.
Yeah. Where's Leo Santa Cruz been? When is he fighting again?
He's October, right? Stable Center. They made that deal with Tom Loeffler to push it back.
It's gonna be in October. It's gonna be the rematch with Abner Morris. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And Brandon Rios is fighting on the undercard there. Ricky Funes just said he's fighting on his undercard. Who else? Benavidez should fight on there too, shouldn't he? In LA against Jarrell? Why not?
That makes sense to me. Why not?
And
did you hear the rumor?
He sells a lot of tickets too.
Yeah.
rumor
about Carl Frampton signing with Matchroom? Is that true, or is that just a rumor?
Who?
Frampton signing with Matchroom. I read that, like there was a headline about it.
Weren't they talking about Lee Selby yesterday? Barry McGuigan that realized that called the star and wouldn't make a fight.
Did make weight too, man, for the other fight. Wow. Then the other guy, then his opponent, I guess. Then the guy just falls in the shower or something and loses his 2 front teeth.
Look, maybe it was a Barry McGuigan uppercut.
Yeah, the dude fell in the shower.
Did you guys notice?
He fell in the shower.
Did you guys notice online? Like, I've been reading these comments about that whole Farmer situation. All these idiots just saying, "Oh, it had to be Tank Davis that got him shot." Like, people just say anything. It's so fucked up. I've been reading that all over Twitter and YouTube today.
That's so stupid.
Like, people just saying
Tank
that
Davis got him shot. Come on, that's so messed up.
That is so messed up. I know, and it's his own brother-in-law that did that. And they're saying Tank did it. Boxing fans. You guys watching Fox Sports? Carlos Balderas just got a knockout from body shot. I don't know who he's fighting, but
that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard he looked pretty good. We're not watching it right now, but yeah.
PBC put it on their Facebook page. Check it out.
Awesome.
And did you guys see that Rougarou kid yesterday? What's his name? The guy, the 140 guy. That's number 2 right now, or number 1. He was saying he would kill Broner. He said last night on Fight Up TV. He just fought on Showtime. He knocked somebody out brutally. On Showbox. You know what I'm talking about, Robbie? He's 140.
Oh yeah, the guy from New Orleans, Regis Pro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He would beat Broner, wouldn't he? He would beat Broner. That's the way.
Oh yes, he would. Yes, he would. He'd give Broner a workout. That'd be.
What about him versus Mikey?
Now that would be a hell of a matchup. I don't know if the kid's ready for that, but why not?
He said he'll take winner or loser. But nobody's going to mention him because he has no name recognition, I guess.
That's right. Hey, if he keeps doing what he's doing, he's going to get some soon.
Did you guys see Katie Taylor?
Yeah, she looked good.
Didn't show that on Showtime.
Yeah, she looked
internet.
real good, man. She gets better and better every time I see her. You know, and I think she's going to be the next big star, which is ironic, man, because everybody thought Claressa Shields was going to be the next star, but turns out Claressa Shields has got no charisma, you know, and so it'll. I think Katie Taylor's going to be.
I think Claressa needs to go to Katie Taylor's trainer. Maybe her punches are so.
She looks
sharp.
good.
Like Claressa is too wild for me. I mean, you know.
Yeah, she is. She relies too much, I think, on her power. Almost Claressa does. Yeah, man. But Katie Taylor looks smooth in there. She looks really sharp.
Katie's like a female version of Canelo, kind of almost. She's so fucking sharp, goes to the body, head. Like she's almost like kind of like that female Canelo almost to me.
Yeah, she looks good, man.
Canelo.
Yeah, she looks good for sure. For sure.
They said they went through 20 opponents and they all fell out. 20 girls. They didn't want to fight her.
Yeah, it was TBA for a long time. It was TBA for a long time on that fight. Yeah, exactly.
All right, one last point I wanted to make about Dylan White and Wilder. I think I've talked to Beeb about this. You guys remember a month ago they were all talking Wilder's dunking us, this, that. Eddie Hearn's like, oh, why isn't he fighting White? And so how come White can say all this and all of a sudden he doesn't get the Wilder fight? And now he's going to fight in an 8-rounder against some 45-year-old dude. How does that work? I don't get that.
Promoters. It's promoters.
Yeah, but how do you go from wanting Wilder to fighting an 8-rounder? If you're so good, why aren't you fighting a 12-rounder? That's what I'm saying.
He might not.
Wilder's not the only
one.
heavyweight that's available.
We don't know.
Huh?
I mean, we don't know. You know, that's the other thing too. I mean,
according to Beeb, you have to ask the best promoter in the world, and he's got some questions to answer.
Loeffler doesn't handle heavyweights. Loeffler, you talking about?
Beeb, what do you think about that? Beeb, why isn't he fighting freaking Dominic Brazil or somebody? Eddie Hearn works with him all the damn time. He could be fighting.
I can't figure these heavyweights out, man. I can't figure these heavyweights out because there's so many good matchups that they could be made, man. And it's like, the heavyweight division is getting hot. It's starting to heat up like 147. No, man. I think these guys, they know that they can lose. That one punch can end it for them at this weight class. So they want to get paid every time out. They don't want to take any risks. That's what it is, man. I mean, Dillian White is a very good fighter, man, but he's not a money man. You know what I'm saying? So if people fight him, they're going to want to get paid because this guy can punch. He can put your lights out. So it's a big risk. So that's the thing.
What about that guy Izu Aguna who fought Brazil against Dylan White? Think about that fight.
I know, man. I know.
Hey, Jason.
That would be. Yeah.
You know why? You know why that fight's not happening? Because Eddie Hearn's a wank, son. That's why.
Eddie Hearn's the best promoter of the sport. He's the best promoter of the sport.
Sucks. And that's why he's not fighting Wilder.
Isn't it remarkable that Eddie Hearn can put on pay-per-view Joshua versus Martin, Joshua versus Brazil, Joshua versus Molina, all on pay-per-view, and he gets called the best promoter. And he can put on Brooke versus Gavin, Brooke versus Jojo Jan, all on pay-per-view. Think about if Heyman put fights like that on pay-per-view, what would happen in American boxing? Like, think about that.
Jojo Dan on pay-per-view.
That's because the UK fans appreciate boxing.
That's why they hate him, because he's a wank.
And their pay-per-views are $30. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's 30. Is it $30 or 30 pounds? It's a big difference.
No, 20. Someone told me
20 pounds.
Someone told me it's $30 in American money.
Oh, that's a good fight, Robert. That's a good fight. You know you're paying for it.
Did you guys notice the attendance for last night was like 12,000, and Thurman versus Danny was like 14,000. So that means Mikey sells a lot of damn tickets.
He sure does.
1,084 last night.
It was a stacked card.
Mikey
in all fairness,
a lot of
though,
damn tickets. Mikey is a ticket seller.
In all fairness, though, it was
a
stacked card, very stacked card. And they said like it was in Barclays.
That's true.
Yeah, it was in Barclays, and they say for whatever reason. I mean, and the guy was telling me when I went to the Triple G fight. He said that if that fight would have took place in Barclays, he said it would have been just a madhouse. And it was already a madhouse. He said just the difference when you go over the bridge to Brooklyn, he said it's crazy over there. He said it's a better atmosphere than the Garden. And the Garden is a really good atmosphere. So, yeah, I mean, that's the fight.
Yeah, because people can walk over there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
All the hotels and everything is walking distance, kind of like Vegas. It's like a little mini strip.
Right. All right, Jason, we're going to get running here, man.
Thanks,
appreciate your call, man. Don't be a stranger, man. Call back in. Yeah, first time, man. Call back in for sure.
So you guys are every Sunday?
Every Sunday, 7 o'clock. Yeah, absolutely.
Every Sunday, 7 o'clock.
There it is. Awesome. Yeah, so that's the thing, man. I think that, so let's talk about that real quick. The across the pond, Carl Frampton versus Andres Gutierrez. Robert, this was your fight. This was your fight of the weekend. This fight was canceled. This was a strange weekend, man, across the pond. Carl Frampton missed weight. This was like an eliminator fight. He wins this. He's number one. He's mandatory for Gary Russell. Missed weight, came in a pound over. So they treat it like a title fight. So the fight was not an eliminator as scheduled, except for Gutierrez. If Gutierrez won, he would be the mandatory for Gary Russell Jr. because he made weight, similar to a title fight. But that opportunity went out the window when Gutierrez reportedly fell in the shower, causing the fight to be canceled. You heard that right. He fell in the shower and apparently cut himself. I saw the pictures. It was definitely a cut. I don't know, man. Does that sound fishy to you? I mean, is that like, does that sound fishy to you?
Did Eddie Hearn send somebody over to the guy's hotel room and cause some mayhem for the shower? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. You just went deep.
You bet I did.
Yeah, right? I mean, man, what in the world? So, yeah. So the fight that wasn't. My guess is that Carl Frampton's still going to get a shot at Gary Russell because that's where the money is. So who knows?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, what was he doing in the shower to cause him to fall? Who knows?
Yeah.
If you did fall in the shower, listen, we take showers every day. Never fell. I mean, maybe when you were 5. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. 646, you're live.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's Jay Cotto. How y'all doing, man?
Jay Cotto. Coming as Jay Cotto tonight, not Mike Tyson, not Bob Arum. This is Jay Cotto.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up, guys? How's everything? All right?
Good, man. Good.
We're all good.
Excellent, man. Listen, man, I just want to say Mikey Garcia, man, he gave Broner the business. And I just want to say congratulations, man. Man, Broner is basically the golden gatekeeper from this point on. and thou shalt not pass. By basically, you know, that's his position now, and it's sad, but I mean, my question here for you guys, especially for you know what I'm saying, for Beebs, man, what do you think Broner can do from here on? You know what I mean?
I think he's got to be matched very carefully. He's got to fight the Brandon Rios types, the Victor Ortiz types, the Adrien Broner types, because if he gets matched top, Crawford would hurt him badly, really badly. Errol Spence would destroy him. Things could get really scary for him, man, if he's not matched carefully.
And what about you, Robbie? What do you think, man?
To be honest with you, talking about Adrien Broner, I mean, really, his options are limited, man. I think those are the only kind of fights he can have. The Luis Calazos, you know, people of that ilk, Jojo Dan, maybe, you know, I mean, I don't know. Mikey Garcia has a better future, but as we discussed earlier, he's even kind of limited because 140, Crawford's going to fight in Dongo. Who knows what's going to happen after that? But if Crawford decides to move up, if he wins, then all those titles will become available. Maybe you can get a title at 140, or he's already got a title at 135, and he go back down there and fight the winner of the Linares Flanagan fight, and wait and see what possibly happens with Lomachenko. Both of these guys are kind of in tough spots right now. Normally, when you win a fight, your options are supposed to open up for you, but in this case, you won the fight. Your options are still limited, and the person who lost the fight, his options are even more limited. So I don't know what either one of these guys are going to do from here.
Exactly. And you know, now for Eric, you know, I just got to say, now the psyche of Adrien Broner, man, you know, from the suicide tendencies and you know, all that other stuff, getting shot at and everything. Even though outside life has nothing to do with in ring. But in this case, I think the outside life has caught up to him, and he can't. His head hasn't been in the game for about almost a year and a half.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I just don't understand, man. You know, I feel sorry for the kid. You know what I mean? And I said that Mikey Garcia was going to beat him, but it's just wow. You know, it's you can see that the skill is still there. It's there, but you can also tell that he's totally distracted about something. You know what I mean? I also want to tell the fight fans that his rehydration or anything with weight or weight draining, it has nothing to do with that. He even said it himself. He felt great. So that's out the door. You know, let's not take away from this fight. All I'm saying is Mikey Garcia gave him the business. Congratulations. Now, moving on to the heavyweight division, I just want to say that Big Baby Miller, you know, there was a lot of comparisons as to Wilder and, you know, Joshua and him. And I just got to say it like this, man. These are premature notions. This has to stop. Baby Miller's not ready for that, even for Deontay Wilder, which I think is less of a fighter than Joshua simply because of his fight selection that's been going on now. I just have to say that, man, Baby Miller has a lot. You know, I think we shouldn't hype this guy up just yet. He had a pretty good performance, but he was very sloppy. There were a lot of openings, especially the way he was coming in with his head first. You know what I mean, like a power drill and shit. And yeah, he's 300 pounds, he's a super heavyweight, but at the same time, that would be easy work for those two, you know, champions that are elite in their era. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget that. You know what I mean? Joseph, I'd rather see a Joseph Parker and him or something like that, you know, first, and then maybe moving his way up. You know what I mean? But you know, to just put him prematurely like that against a Joshua or Wilder who actually know what they're doing, nah, that's kind of crazy.
Well,
you know
I got a good possible fight for him. I don't know if it's makeable or not, but how about Andy Ruiz and Big Baby?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, that would be pretty good too, because Andy Ruiz gave a very good a competitive fight, you know, with Parker. You know what I mean? That was a very, very competitive fight, and especially and Baby Miller would need, you know, movement like that, and especially, you know, and weight as well, because Andy Ruiz is a big boy. You know what I mean? So yeah, Robbie, definitely.
Yeah. No, you're talking about that, and it just popped in my head. I think Andy Ruiz would be a perfect fight for Big Baby. We can find out where Big Baby really is because I think Ruiz could take him some rounds.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even a Chisora would be good. You know what I mean? A Chisora would be nice. You know what I mean? You know, just big guys right now. You know, look, even a Shannon Briggs. Put a Shannon Briggs in front of him.
Well, he's suspended right now, so.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. But he's been coming back. You know, he's been coming back because I've been following him on IG.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if he does come back or whatever, I think that should be his first fight back.
I don't know. Interesting possibilities, but my God, he's got to lose some weight. I mean, I can't believe he told Showtime, well, I lost 40 pounds before the fight. Really?
Yeah, definitely. That was crazy, man.
Robbie, you and Big Baby should go out to dinner together, baby.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said Robbie and Big Baby should go out to dinner together. I'd love to see Robbie take Big Baby out to dinner for one night.
I don't want to pay that
He'd be
bill.
like,
He doesn't.
he wouldn't let him eat nothing but salad, this guy. He would be killing the guy. Big Baby, put that down. Here's the salad. That's all you can eat today.
And water.
For Christ's sakes. For Christ's sakes, Robbie. You wouldn't let him eat stuff like this, would you?
Yeah, put the sugary drinks down. He'd drink some water.
Yeah.
He took him to a vegan restaurant.
Guys, in all seriousness, he's got the skills. If he would only come in reasonable shape, he could be scary. But every time I see him, he gets bigger and bigger. You can't. If you step up, you're not going to be successful at that.
Yeah, and what really swells my nuts, fellas, is his entrance is ugly. I mean, face first entrance is like you know what I mean? Not even a jab thrown first or a weave. This is straight face first with the mitts to the cheeks, not even covering the temple. I mean, damn, that would be easy work for Joshua or Wilder. I mean, let's be real. You know what I mean? You know, that's crazy, man. Now, my last question here is, how do you guys feel about this beautiful unification bout that's coming up with the Blue Machine and Baby Hearns Crawford?
Man, I tell you what, I like. I tell you what, man, that's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. I like Crawford, but it's not going to be easy.
I agree.
Not going to be easy at all.
What you got?
Crawford, I think, is going to win easily. I disagree. I think Crawford's going to walk through him.
Julius Ndongo is TBE now.
Wow.
He beat Troyanowski, who beat Cesar Cuenca, who was original TBE.
I don't think he hits hard enough to keep Crawford off him, man.
He's the lineal TBE, man. That's the way.
All right. Okay.
That's the way it is. Lineal TBE.
Well, that's crazy, man.
I agree with Beeb. I think Terrence Crawford is going to have all four of those belts.
Well, I think so.
Terrence Crawford is the truth. Just remember what he did to Victor Postal, and I thought Victor Postal had a chance to win that fight, but he destroyed him.
Yeah, that's true too. Very true.
That was a big, long guy too, man.
Very similar, comparable body style to Ndongo.
Yeah, I think Ndongo's going to get stopped. I may even do another pie bet on that one.
Not with me.
I'm ready, man.
I think by round 5, Ndongo's going to get neutralized. Mark my words. The moment, see, because this is what's so special about Terrence Crawford, man. Okay, number 1, which is really number 2, he knows how to play chess. But number 1 is he's ambidextrous, man, and that nobody can train for that. I mean, you cannot train for that. And that right there, man, that's man. Listen, man, that's Baby Hearns, man. That's the nickname I gave him. You know what I mean? And it's like you know, to see this going on right now within that division 140, which is really stacked. That's oh man. And we haven't had this in a long time, man. The last one I think was Costa Zoo, like 10 years ago. Come on, guys, man. This is special. This is special.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a decent fight, man. That's for sure. I like it. I can't wait. 2 weeks. 2 weeks away. That's it.
Yeah, definitely. And man, we're getting a freaking Klitschko and a Joshua too, man. Right?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like.
So there's a fucking hurdle. There's a damn hurdle right now, an obstacle in the way of the heavyweight division where we could possibly see a Joshua Wilder. This has to just get out the way. You know what I'm saying? This is like something that's in the basement.
Yeah, but you know what? You can't hate that fight after the fight they had last time.
They had
a really good fight.
Was better than I ever thought it would be. Remember,
one of the best title fights I've seen in a long time.
Vladimir Klitschko was on a fucking banana peel, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, but I don't want to see. I don't want to see Klitschko get that beaten again, man. That was crazy. He almost popped his head off. He looked like a Rock'em Sock'em robot, guys. Come on, that was, oh my goodness. I can't see that again. That's for one. For two, it's just like, okay, we have bigger fish to fry. Let's go get these big boys now. You know what I mean? Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like let's not hold it up anymore, because I mean, really, everybody's talking about Tyson Fury's coming back, and then he's talking about he's retiring, and I really don't care about him. He's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? And so are a couple of other guys that are just talking it. Let's just get this. Let's get this unification within these divisions going on. It's going to happen.
No, I agree with you, but Joshua is going to win that fight. Don't worry about it. I mean, it might be delayed, but Joshua and Wilder will eventually get together, and Joshua is the truth, man. Just mark my words.
All right, guys, listen. Before I go, please give me your professional opinions here on this supposed Wilder Ortiz, because I got Ortiz beating the dog shit out of Wilder. My opinion, just my opinion.
I think Ortiz beats him too. Yeah, I think Ortiz beats him, unless I'm missing something here. Unless Ortiz is a heart condition, or he's got a broken leg that we don't know about, or something like that during the fight. I'm telling you, I don't see it. I don't see him Wilder beating him. I really don't.
Well, is it gonna happen? It's probably not gonna happen anytime soon, though, right? Because we got Stavern to deal with.
Nobody wants to see Stavern.
Remember,
they were saying, yeah, go ahead.
With Stavern again, which is
nobody wants.
Yeah,
but you know what? Nobody wants to see that fight. And if nobody wants to see it,
but I saw something. That's true, but I saw something that said that it was set for November 12th between Ortiz and I don't know. I'm gonna go look that shit up again. I'll probably hit you guys on Facebook or something. But this is what I saw. Also, something came out where Stavern took legal action on Wilder because of that fight between Wilder and Ortiz going on. So he took legal action against the WBC because of that. This is what's going on.
What did you say? November 12th? Is that was the date for it?
Yeah. This was, I think it was either on boxingscene.com or something like that. You know what I mean? It was, and when I saw that, like I still have yet to do research on it, but this was something that just glimpsed by me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that fight's not official. That fight's not official.
Yeah, this is true about Stavern taking, these guys to court because of that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that.
To that.
But yeah, that's far from official. So, yeah.
Well, I don't think there's a lawsuit actually in place because the fight is not official. But he threatened a lawsuit if they went ahead and fought him. That's what I did hear.
Right. Okay.
That's what I heard.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we clarified that. But something's going on there. But I'd rather see the Ortiz Wilder, man. I don't want to see Stavern again. His asthmatic self. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that no more, man. No more Bane breeding. You know what I mean? I'm done with this. You know what I mean? He can have several seats. I don't want to see this.
Nah, I don't want to see it.
But otherwise than that, guys, thank you very much, man. It was beautiful chopping it up. You guys have the great show. Ringside Report, the greatest podcast, man.
Thank you. Sir.
Oh, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That means a lot, man.
Definitely, guys, man. You guys keep it up, man. You guys are my favorite, man. No doubt, man.
We appreciate that, man.
Fellas. Love you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Awesome call. All right, let's get back to it here. Talked about Carl Frampton and the non-fight. Let's talk about Saddam Ali and Johan Perez. Robert, did you see this fight?
Yes, I did, and I think he looked rather good.
Did you really?
He looked okay.
I didn't.
He was still getting hit, though.
Oh man,
he was getting hit.
No,
this is the thing.
Yeah, I didn't.
Offensively, he looked good, but defensively,
he didn't look too much. But he did what he was supposed to do. I don't know. It was late night.
Yeah,
it was late at night when I watched it, but I thought he did what he needed to do to win.
Yeah,
So,
but that's not looking good. Though. At least I didn't think so. I think he won a unanimous decision over Perez, Johan Perez, 98-91 and 97-92 twice. Dropped Perez. I think it was in the third round, if I remember right. He didn't look overly impressive though. I didn't think he looked overly impressive. In fact, he had trouble. Perez put pressure on him. He was very tough. I thought Saddam should have got him out of there, man. I really do, but it is what it is. He didn't.
Eric, Saddam even said after the fight, he said, they said, well, how do you grade your performance? He said, I give myself a C. I didn't do what I needed to do in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then Robert, man, your boy, I know you were sad this weekend, Zhu Shiming versus Sho Kimura. Kimura knocked out Zhu Shiming in the 11th round to win the WBO World Flyweight title. How about that?
Isn't that something?
How about?
Are you kidding me? Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it? What is he? A 3-time Olympian or two-time gold medalist?
3-time.
This guy,
something ridiculous, and
this guy just did not transition well into the professional ranks, did he?
That's the long. That's the tough part is that like when they go in there from the Olympics, you spent all your career in the Olympics, and you win 1 or 2 gold medals, 2 gold medals or something like that. You stay in, or in his case, 2 or 3 or something like that. And maybe it's just too long. It's a different game.
Yeah, you don't grow. You're not growing. You have no time to adapt to the pro style.
Rashid Warren should be like just a killer out there, and he has difficulties. He's got his difficulties. So, but then you get guys like Lomachenko, who just. Well,
look at Howard Davis Jr. Man, he won a gold medal in the 1976 Olympics at junior welterweight, and he was voted, I think, the fighter of the Olympics. He won the what's it called, the Val something award there.
Yeah,
and he never won a world title, and he struggled as a pro. I mean, it's not a given that just because you win a couple golds that you're gonna be a great pro.
Well, look at Mark Breland. He never really, he never. Not that he wasn't good, not that he wasn't a good pro, but he never really lived up to,
No, he didn't. He didn't. People thought that he was going to be like a whole force in the pros, and he was good, but he got knocked out a few times,
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's turned out to be a decent trainer, so he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
Who? Who's Mark Breland again? I don't know.
Who is that guy, Mark Breland? Where's he from?
Yeah. That is so ridiculous. Anybody following boxing has to ask, who's Mark Breland? Where in the hell have you been?
What's the matter with you? So,
hey, Robbie, let me ask you a question. Is Henry Cooper and Burt Cooper related?
They had a son,
Not
Mini
that I'm
Cooper.
aware of.
All right, and then UFC. The UFC was this weekend. We usually don't report on UFC, but that's just the kind of guy I am. It was a big fight this weekend. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier. John Jones wins by knockout in the 3rd round with a head kick. It was a vicious left head kick.
That's something, huh?
Yeah, just iced him, man. Didn't really. I mean, he went down and Cormier fought it, but yeah, he was done.
Wasn't that just like the Holly Holm kick?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Those two trained together too. John
Jackson and Winklejohn, man, those are the guys. Tyron Woodley also on the card defending his middleweight title against I think it's middleweight or welterweight. It's one of those against Damian Maia. That fight. Did you catch that fight, Beeb?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
honor boy, God.
Yeah,
Tyron Woodley. And Tyron Woodley was supposed to fight George St. Pierre if he wins that fight, and Dana White took it away from him. Now St. Pierre is going to fight Mike.
Dana White went in on his ass, man. He was like talking mad shit about Woodley.
Yeah. And I mean, Woodley could have stopped that guy at any point if he stepped it up. And I believe it. That's what Dana said, and I believe it too, man. The first punch he threw, his eye looked like it was almost going to close. I mean, it was swollen and everything like that on Maia. And yeah, man, he really should have finished that guy. There's no reason for it, And also Chris Cyborg is now the.
I was so happy for her. Oh, finally.
I was too. Yeah, against Tanya.
So happy for her. Oh my God.
Ended up stopping her. Yeah, and somebody just corrected me. Says Woodley is a welterweight. You're right. I think Woodley is a welterweight.
Yeah, he's a welterweight.
Yeah. I mean,
I didn't hear what would you call him a middleweight?
a middleweight, but that's Bisping. I think.
No, he's a welterweight. Yeah, he's a welterweight. Bisping's the middleweight. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be fighting GSP next. They took that fight away from Woodley.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Chris Cyborg, of course, wins her first UFC title. She is the baddest woman on the planet, bar none. I mean, bar none. I mean, she is the baddest woman on the planet. And rumor has it she's going to fight Holly Holm next, former.
Oh, what a great fight!
Yeah,
what a great fight!
Is, right?
Wow.
Insane. All right, so the upcoming fights here. August 4th. Robert, that's a Friday, yeah?
That's Friday. We got a couple of good cards that night.
All right, on ESPN from Indio, California, Robbie's stomping grounds, Mauricio Herrera versus Jesus Soto Carras, 10 rounds welterweights, and Vyacheslav Shabransky versus Todd Unthank May. Todd Unthank May, 10 rounds light heavyweights.
Okay.
So, yeah, go figure that one out. And also, too, from the Detroit on Showtime, Nikki Adler versus Claressa Shields, 10 rounds for Adler's women's WBC and vacant IBF super middleweight title. That should be a good one. And I've heard different things about this. It's got Sonny Fredrickson listed against Bakhtiar Ayabov, but I've heard that he's looking for a new opponent. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but we'll definitely keep you posted on that one. But either way, Sonny Fredrickson looks to be on that card. And he's...
Yeah, and that's a Showbox card, by the way.
Hey, Beeb, where is Sonny Fredrickson from?
Titletown.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, God.
Forgot about that. All right, so he's fighting on the Showtime card right there. And I remember talking to Wood about this. Wood said that's like a 500-seat room. So,
wow.
Yeah, it not good, man. Hopefully it's a bigger house than that, but yeah. Wow. August 5th on ESPN from L.A., Vasyl Lomachenko versus Miguel Mariaja, 12 rounds for Lomachenko's WBO junior lightweight title. Raimundo Beltran versus Brian Vasquez, 10 rounds lightweights. And let's see what else we have here. We'll talk about the Lomo fight in a minute. Let's see here. Moving. That's it. Wow. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. So let's talk about that Lomachenko fight, man. I don't like this fight. I'll start off by saying, man, I really don't like this fight. For Lomachenko, you know, I think he could have fought a bigger name, but again, it is ESPN, so I get it. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think Lomachenko just, I don't know, murders Mariaga in there. I don't think this is a close fight at all.
Yeah, I was going to say, Eric, isn't this kind of a walkover?
It's a complete walkover. You know, it's a showcase fight. Listen, man, I don't want to hear anybody criticize the PBC when they're putting on fights like this. You know what I mean? And I know PBC's not putting on this fight. I know it's main events or Top Rank putting on this fight. But you can't praise this and rip on PBC. You can't, just because it's a different guy.
Oh, they'll find a way. They'll find a way to big up this fight. Don't worry.
Yeah,
well, no one wanted to fight him. No one wanted to fight him.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
you know that's.
Well, that may be true, but come on, they could have offered somebody more money.
Hey, listen, I'm just telling you what they're gonna say. That's all. The top ranked pom pom boys.
Right.
Yeah. But either way, I mean, it's not Lomachenko's fault. I mean, he fights who they put in front of him. So this is kind of a promoter-run deal. I mean, just like the PBC, when they put on nonsense, it's a promoter-run deal, and you know, here it's a promoter-run deal. So
yeah.
And
Lomachenko kills this guy.
I'm glad Beltran gets into the fight. Hopefully, his immigration stuff got all worked out. I mean, after the last fight, you know.
Well, they're putting the wall up, so yeah, maybe so. There you go.
Who wins, Beltran Lomachenko?
What's that?
Who wins, Beltran Lomachenko?
Lomachenko.
Any danger though?
Yeah,
Any danger?
I think. Don't you think Beltran would be a more competitive fight than Mariaga?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Lomachenko wins, but I think Beltran would put up a better performance.
No, No, I think. What do you mean better performance? A better fight, or I think no. I think Lomachenko walks right through this kid.
No. Well, okay, Eric. The question would be, which do you think is easier, Mariaga or him beating Beltran?
I think Mariaga is an easier fight, in my opinion.
I don't know. I think they're both easy for him.
Beltran makes you work, man. He's a tough guy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Lomachenko is just—he's on another level. I think he's really on another level. I'd like to see him and Garcia. I don't think that fight will happen, but man, I would love to see it. That's for sure.
That would be a great fight.
I think so too. All right, let's move on to our.
Bob, make it happen.
Oh, there he goes, Robbie. He's got the. He's a matchmaker. He's our matchmaker here on Ringside Reporter.
He really is. He really is,
man.
I do my best.
All right, so news and rumors here. This just in today: Tevin Farmer shot. Tevin Farmer was apparently shot on Saturday in the hand. It looks like he'll make a good recovery with being out about 7 to 8 weeks, it sounds like. Apparently, he was shot between the thumb and index finger, the space between there. Apparently, I guess he was trying to disarm the guy or something like that. It was kind of some kind of scuffle. His brother, I think, was a shot in the face during the altercation, but he's going to be okay too. So, yeah, just another Saturday night in Philly, I guess. I don't know. Wow.
There you go.
But the good news is, man, is that they're all going to be okay. So that's it.
That's good.
Tyson Fury announced his retirement on social media. Quote on social media from Tyson Fury: "Been very blessed in my life and career. Achieved the utmost in boxing. Was epic journey along the way. Thanks to all the fans that supported and believed in me along the way. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. The end," in big capital letters.
Wow.
His promoter, Frank Warren, says that it's all nonsense and that he's being told that Tyson is not retired. They are simply waiting on UCAD, which is the UK Anti-Doping Committee, for a hearing date. And he says that Tyson Fury is just kind of having a laugh with everybody. So
is it me?
You're the UK guy. What do you make of this?
Is it me, or is this the quickest fall from grace that you've ever seen in your life in the boxing world?
No, I don't think it was a fall from grace, though. I really don't. I mean, maybe
this guy was on top of the world, and then he just let it all slip through his fingers. And again, obviously he's got some issues. My heart goes out to him. But it's just so weird. Once he won the title, he just couldn't deal with it. Couldn't deal with the pressures of being a champion, and everything fell apart. Because let's face it now. Let's be real about it. And correct me if I'm wrong. These types of issues were probably lingering his whole life, and they obviously came to a head real fast recently. And you have to kind of connect the dots a little bit. You know, ever since he won the title, it seemed like it was just too much for him being champion. I don't know. You know, I don't know what your opinion is on that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he made it. He made it to the championship, and I think that doesn't happen overnight. I mean, the fact that he was troubled. This is a lifelong thing. This really was a lifelong thing that got to him or whatever. And I'll tell you what, man, if he's in a better place now, if the retirement does stick and he's in a better place now, then God bless him.
But my whole thing is this, though. Like, once he became champion, it spiraled out of control. I mean, obviously, he was able to deal with it somewhat throughout his career because he was positioning himself to fight for the world title. He was being active. He was still fighting, decent opponents, and he ascended the ladder. And once he got there, he just fell right off. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least with Tyson, he was champion for a while before he started really losing it all. The Buster Douglas thing didn't happen overnight. He defended the title a few times and obviously had his outside of the ring issues, but he was still winning fights. Like, this guy, he won the title. He didn't even make a title defense. It just fell right apart. It was just crazy.
Who do you think? Let me ask you a question now. Like, if hypothetically, of course, if Tyson Fury didn't have the whole meltdown with the whole Klitschko 2 fight or whatever, who do you think wins between him and Anthony Joshua if he stayed in shape and if he was?
Honestly, him.
Wow.
I was that high on him. It breaks my heart. I was I was a guy for like 2.5 years telling everyone this guy was the truth.
Yeah.
This guy was the truth. I told everyone he's going to beat Klitschko. I told everyone, and I got laughed at. I stopped talking to me because I razzed him so much after Tyson Fury won. He didn't want to talk to me anymore because I was just razzing him so much. Because this guy was calling me every name in the book. He goes, "You're an idiot. How could you even say that?" Blah, blah. And then when he won, I just heckled the shit out of this kid, and he blocked my number. I can't even talk to the kid anymore.
That's awesome.
Well, it's his loss, but I'm laughing all the way to the Beeb Industries Bank. But regardless of that, I mean, I was this guy's biggest fan. I thought this guy was the goods, and it really hurt me that he had this fall from grace like this. It really did. I like that.
Yeah, I do too, man. I really do. And I mean, if you've seen pictures of him now, man, I mean, he's very heavy guy. He looks way over 300.
And when he talks, you ever hear him talk now? He's like losing breath. He seems like he's got some issues.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's like obese now, and he's like it's real scary, man. It's scary. Like there's a lot of issues going on with this guy right now, and I really, really, really hope that he gets help and things turn out good for him because he's a very entertaining guy, man. He's just I really liked him, man.
I do too.
I'm glad that we have Anthony Joshua now. I mean, definitely he's willing and able and there to pick up where Fury left off. And again, he's probably more marketable than Fury. With that being said, Fury was definitely a very, very skilled fighter. But Anthony Joshua's got the fan-friendly style. He's got the personality. Like I said, he's the poster boy for the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
Endorsement companies love him. So, at least the heavyweight division is still alive and kicking and it's thriving. So.
Right. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Very much, man. Very much. Mayweather versus McGregor will be in theaters. The fight on August 26th will be available in theaters around the U.S. They have partnered with Fathom Events to make this happen. I've never seen a fight in a theater. I think it'd actually be pretty cool, man. I really do. It sounds like, I always watch them on pay-per-view and stuff like that. And I think tickets are usually like around $30 to get in to the theaters. I've always wanted to watch a fight in a theater, but
instead of paying the $100, why don't you go to a theater and pay only $30?
Why don't you go to a theater and pay only $30? How about that? Because he'll
be there. He'll be there.
He's watching that fight. He's watching that fight, son. He's watching that fight. He's watching it.
I saw the first WrestleMania in the Boston Garden, man, like on the closed circuit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
That's
pretty cool. And they're gonna have. I imagine this will be closed circuit, like in Vegas and stuff like that. And but like I said, I mean, it'll be like in theaters. I mean, I think it would be pretty cool to sit in a theater and watch that. It would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
So tickets for McGregor Mayweather are said to be very slow. According to various reports, the ticket sales for Mayweather versus McGregor have been very slow. I looked up tickets on Ticketmaster today. The tickets ranged from $1,857 as the cheap seats to $13,842. I think I know the problem behind the slow ticket sales, man. Drop the prices, you morons. Drop them. My God. And they said like $850 was supposedly the cheap ticket. And what do they have, like 15 of those? Those are gone. I mean.
But either way, though, is there any doubt in your mind that this fight does 5 million pay-per-view buys?
No, none.
No doubt in my mind at all.
And they'll drop the tickets. They'll find a way to pack that arena. There's no way those tickets are going to be sparse. They're going for good, man. Beeb, it's time. The
Rihanna, let's go. Yep.
Chugga, 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 choo choo.
Good job.
Here we go. Nice job. Nice job. Adrien Broner, the title that he didn't lose this weekend. Adrien Broner owes money for a sex tape. According to the New York Post, Adrien Broner is still being pursued for a judgment of $206,000 that he owes a Las Vegas waitress who sued him for broadcasting their sex tape. Andrea Reyes filed a judgment to secure her money in a Brooklyn Supreme Court ahead of Broner's fight against Mikey Garcia. If he doesn't pay, she plans to go after Broner in whichever city he fights next. that's the thing, is that she won the lawsuit, right? But that really doesn't mean anything. It's not like, he's going to pay up, or he's actually forced to pay up. I mean, trying to collect that thing is no piece of cake, so unfortunately for her, not much she can do. So there you go. The train wreck of the week. Also, too, finally, Nonito Donaire signs with Ringstar. Ringstar getting a lot of people lately. They got two guys, I believe they're from Africa, the amateur champions or whatever, and they're really building a pretty good stable over there. What are your thoughts, Beeb, on Nonito Donaire signing with Ringstar?
Well, it's not a bad thing, but if you're a promoter, do you want to invest in Nonito Donaire now? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my whole thing. And no offense to him.
Yeah,
no offense to him, but he hasn't been looking great lately.
No,
he hasn't. I think it's because of the style. I mean, he was a killer be killed type style. Took a lot of risks, and in the process of taking those risks, as he got older, he started getting hit, started getting hurt, and he started slowing down. And there's a residual effect from those tough fights that he's been in. So I don't know. He's another one of those guys. You gotta match him carefully. You really do.
Yeah.
But there is money fights for him at 126 or one. I don't think he's going to go up to 130 again, but at 126, there's some definitely good marketable fights for him. So we'll see.
I think so. I think that I like what they did. I mean,
90 seconds.
I don't hate the signing. You know what I mean? I don't.
No, I'm not against it.
It's kind of surprising because he is on the tail end of his career. But that being said, like you said, I mean, he's got the marketability. They can have. What do you think he's got? One or two good fights left in him?
Yeah.
Like solid, upper echelon type fights.
What about him and Frampton? Who wins that?
No, Frampton.
I would pick Frampton.
Yeah, Frampton. I don't think he beats anybody.
60 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think
Lee Selby
of quality. No, not anymore. They got it figured out.
Look at all the big names up there. I think he loses to almost every single one of them. So, you wonder. I mean, I don't blame Ringstar for doing this, but basically, Donaire at this point of his career isn't he just gonna wind up being somebody's opponent? Because everybody at 126, I see him losing to. Don't you?
Yeah, I don't see
anything. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think there's anything for him up there. I really don't.
And I just can't get that out of my head, that second Vic Darchinyan fight where Vic Darchinyan was actually winning the fight. He was winning the fight pretty handily until he got knocked out. It's crazy.
10 seconds.
Yeah, he's at 122. He's ranked at 122. But yeah, I could see him moving up to 126 and getting some of the action up there. But yeah, I mean, I'd favor him against none of those guys. He wouldn't beat. But again, he's got the name recognition, so I think he gets a couple of big fights and then he calls it off, So we'll see.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for this edition of Ringside Reporter. As always, you can catch Robert on Twitter at Ringside Robert, or you can call Ringside Robbie's Corner at 917-259-1810. Leave him a message. Catch Joe Habib on Twitter at jhabib1, and find his YouTube channel at beatingtheoddswithbeeb.com. I'm at Ringside 73, and check out our website at ringsidereporter.com, and we will see you next week.